and thank them for stopping by the open house, however I want to do that. And I go, great. And I say, add another step. And the next one is another activity. Wait, I have to save. So the next one's also an activity, and this one is again 1 day after the last task, and my task is a task, and I'm going to send a handwritten card, if I can. Or if I can't, send a funny e-card. Something, right? And then my last task might just be, now I'm just gonna add them into my, that's it, that's all I need to do. Now they're gonna get into my sphere of influence. The thing is that you wanna stay in touch with people regularly. Your monthly newsletter isn't enough. For new people in particular, they need to hear from you several times. So the recommendation on an open house person is to follow up with an 8x8. Do it 8 times in 8 weeks. So you can consider using one of the 8x8 campaigns. And then they go into your sphere of influence, whatever that regular system is.
So the 8x8 means it sets it up for 8 weeks, and it's 8 different did you knows.
Or
And
whatever.
So,
It could be
okay, so
whatever.
you don't have to pick 8 of them, it's just like preset.
You can delete
Okay.
any one of these right up here in whether it's the campaign that I just created or whether it's an established campaign you open up. Notice it has an X right up here. You hit the X and you go, are you sure you want to delete this step? Yep, I hate it. Get it out of here.
I have a stupid laptop question. Do you know how to fix it? Because you were making it big and little last time, but I didn't know what you did, and now the screen's resized and I don't have access to where we are.
I remember doing that. I remember telling you to log out.
Oh, I thought you
So-
did something where you were able
Oh,
to.
I just went to.
To where? Show me
I
where
just
you're
went
going.
to the
There's-
green.
But it's still missing that whole part. Did you just click this?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, there you go.
Sure.
I'm so happy. I'm happy to solve it.
It was just moving it like this. I literally just had to go like that.
Yeah, your screen is just bigger than the.
Okay.
the-
Okay. Okay.
Cool.
I'm ready.
That was easy. That
I knew
computer
it was
stumped
gonna
me
be
a couple of
easy.
times, so.
Oh, I knew it was going to be easy. It was just.
So you get the idea, this is what's available to you in eEdge, so be aware of that. I want you to also be aware of what's available in Command. So here's Command and what it looks like when you log into Command. If you've got some names in there, it tells you what the health of your database is, and I've got some names in there, and I've only got 56% of them I have addresses for. And it cares about that because Command is all about these landing pages and sending people regular updates that show a map of the area and lets them see what real estate is doing in their neighborhood, right? So that can become part of your regular campaign. Those go out either monthly or bi-weekly. The first thing I suggest you do is you set yourself up for one so that you can get that and see what it looks like. And how would we do that? Well, the first thing we need to do is we need to go into contacts, right? So in contacts, if I pull myself up, here is my contact, and here are the smart plans, and you can see I've got something going on my smart plans, and I'm actually this person, and it's me, is getting emails, right? So I set myself up on smart plans. And there is my monthly neighborhood. mailer. So now I need to figure out how to do this. Well, down here, you can see that I am getting smart plans for Huelo, Polokai to Kapakalua, and West Haiku. There are 3 maps that capture haiku. So I set myself up to receive all 3 of those. And in order to do this, I can add a neighborhood, right? We have the add a neighborhood button right here. We can also go to the Kelly Guide and have the Kelly Guide guide us through doing this. So I want you to do this so that you can see what the email looks like. It says my birthday is in 1908.
Oh, no.
Wow, how did it do that? That's really cool. I'm older than I thought. Wow. I can add to my smart plan here if I've already established it, or I can create it here. So play around with smart plans and set yourself up to receive this. So I am set up to receive it on a monthly basis, I believe. And I need to go in and change it to do bi-weekly because I want to see it more often. And right now there's a little hiccup in the mapping. So every time I get a hiccup, I bring it up to the powers that be in command and say, this is wrong. And sure enough, they've answered me because the maps are pulling things out of Hilo. And so there's something wrong with the mapping system. That's code stuff. They need to go in and fix that. Right? But it's good for me to know and to see that before I turn people on to it. So you have to do this within each contact. And you go like, really? Yes. And the reason, obviously, that I'm gonna not talk with you guys. The reason you need to do this for each contact is because each contact is gonna be interested in a different neighborhood. You can also set them up for their neighborhood at home. So even though you're the Maui realtor, if you're talking to a visitor from Seattle, you can set them up to get a map of their neighborhood as well as the areas in Maui that they're interested in. Kind of cool. So you're in the contact, you go here and said, in order to get this started, and right here is the View the Kelly Guide. So it's kind of like a, it takes you through it, right? So follow the Kelly Guide to set it up for yourself, and that'll teach you how to do it so you can do it more easily for somebody else. Got a question? Any questions? All right. Next is, I wanted to talk to you about opportunities is something else, but here is campaigns. So we have campaigns and we have designs. And I believe in designs is where we currently have lots of collateral material that we can actually access. And it's definitely growing. So again, check these out, look in these. There's actually 14 different items here. New email templates. These templates, however, are blank so far. So that obviously makes a difference, right? So they don't necessarily have content, but there's always something new happening here, so it's definitely worth looking at. And then there's this plus button here. So when you go to the plus button and you say, that's different. It's not the way it used to be. Well, let's see what we can do here for, you wanted to know about flyers. Yes. So let's go to the print element. And what have we got available? So here's my listing presentation and what I've been working on. Here's an open house flyer. There we go.
It went back to KW for me.
right?
When I printed, I clicked what you clicked, it left it, made me log back in, and it's now at WeBrand, KW WeBrand.
Me too.
So it didn't take you here?
No, and I didn't have any of those flyers that you had.
Yeah, that's because I think I put those in there. You can see here, I've already played around with this, right?
Yeah, well, I put 2 flyers in too,
Okay, and
So
you
I
can't
saw
find
mine.
your flyers?
but then when I clicked on that plus and went, it was.
See, I thought I had to go there through the plus, right? Didn't you add things through the
I
plus?
just went to the plus just now, and it says print social email, so I went print,
All right.
and then I went create design, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm doing right now.
And now it took me to WeBrand within KW something else.
Right, so did you
Okay, that's
get
where we
this?
are now, yeah.
Okay, so if I want event invitations for sale, home value, we want a for sale, right?
Yeah.
So here are for sale options, and we have door hangers, flyers, standard postcards, or trifold letters. So if I want to look at flyers, here are the flyers that are available. And it's small, but it's these items across the top that tell me what's available.
Okay, got it.
So there's actually more and more in here, right? So just sold, if I go to just solds, there's door hangers, there's flyers, standard postcards. Now what I don't know is whether or not I can download this or I can send to command. Okay, if I send it to command, I don't know what happens to it there, so hopefully we can learn at the new.
Do we email these to like Office Max for nice front and back quality glossy ones and we pay
Oh
more?
my God, that'd be expensive. Yes, you will have to pay for the printing and for the postage if you do a print campaign. In eEdge, you can do it right in the postcard, you can upload your list and you can order it and it goes out and they mail it for you.
Oh,
eEdge, by the way, is run by a company called Market Leader. Market Leader is somebody you could subscribe to as an individual agent and get services like this from. But the stuff that's there for Keller Williams is designed for Keller Williams, obviously. So these are now increasingly the collateral materials being made available to us through command. And I haven't actually gone in here to figure out how do I mail a postcard.
can you go to neighborhood snaps
To go where?
on the left, third from the bottom?
Well, a neighborhood's, okay. So this is a flyer, a door hanger, or a standard postcard. So if I want to go in here and use this,
I think those are cool.
so the problem is you have to create the,
Oh, the Intel.
yeah. So this is just fill copy, right? That
Uh-huh.
says Barton Hills is an extremely desirable neighborhood,
Okay.
blah, blah, blah. So you'll have to provide your own
Stats.
stats here, yeah.
So you could call like the RAM office and ask them to copy and paste or?
No, you're gonna get most of this information from escrow companies.
Okay.
So the escrow marketing people, Gray Marino or Melissa Salvador or Mercy and Rita at Fidelity, those are the people that are gonna provide you with regular emails and regular flyers or graphics that you can use. I happen to use that market update from RAM because they've never sent that before.
Mm.
And they sent that with the month's statistics. Always worth to look at the statistics, but you get prettier graphics usually from the escrow companies. So I think RAM is just competing a little bit with, you know, yeah. So there's a lot here in command for us to play around with and become familiar with. You can see that, and it takes a little time. And every time I go in, there's more there. So that's exciting. And the other place that is helpful is down here, sites. So if you haven't yet activated your website, you need to go down here and click on sites and activate your website. And the easiest way to do that is to go down here and say, learn more with Kelly Guides. See down here, lower left. So when I click on that, it opens up the Kelly Guide and it says, I want to use the new KW Agent site. And I hit submit. And up comes, what should I do or do next? Should you choose your subdomain? I've done that. So I want to go to theme and styling and then get started. So I go acknowledge and continue. I acknowledge and continue. And I'm sorry, but I'm a little upset because I've already changed this. And why is it not coming up? Okay. I can go to the subdomain, and I can also go to marketing profile. And under marketing profile, I have filled all this in. Your bio, remember, you gave your bio for the white pages already, so you've already written it. So you can go back in there and get it if you can't find it. And so here's a whole bunch of information. You don't want a picture, don't upload a picture, okay? And then you can save and continue. In this section, you're going to talk about your style and theme, and I prefer the red theme. And my homepage text, I wanted to say beautiful Maui for you. And then I can upload different images. So I've already deleted, there are actually 5 images that scroll back and forth here. I've already deleted 2, but I added one and I don't know where it is. Oh, there it is.
Yeah, that's good.
So I left 2 of the ones they had in there and I added one. And actually I need to add more, but I need to take a look at what photography I own that I can upload there, right? You want to be careful here and not be just taking any old shot. So you get it. This is kind of a, you know, a wizard that takes you through step by step on how to change your site, and then you should be able, when you're done, to publish it. So going through command, very helpful. Still, some of us need to go to e-edge, and then I already showed you, I believe, in our original class and reminded you about core. I know, yet another website. So command, KW, and core. And in core is where we track, and you have that resource library, as well as access to lots of videos in the Locker Room University. All right. Any other questions?
No, that was overwhelming enough.
When is this due?
When is this due?
Tomorrow?
No, it's not due tomorrow, but it's Monday, so if you
Okay.
could do it by the end, no, we're not meeting again, so this
Oh,
is
okay.
just for you to
Okay.
get into practice and do it one more time. You'll be glad you did, just practice it. I actually recommend you guys do them separately,
Okay.
right? Because you want to have your own confidence in doing this and ability, and not just have to always depend on each other. So do them separately, send me 2, and yeah, by the end of the week, yeah, it's just so you have a deadline, you don't want it hanging over you, and it's great if you do it.
Yeah.
If we do an open house next weekend, is it possible to use 6 open house signs? And it's for a different realty company. Is that okay?
Yeah, it's fine with us that you do
Okay.
open houses for another Realtor. Keep in mind, just like the phrase I just used, right? That whatever you do, you can say and you want to do that when you meet people. I'm not with like Realty, but I can represent a buyer. And I know lots about the house, so happy to tell you about it.
Okay.
Blah, blah, blah. So, yes, you use your signs, you use materials with your logo on them. You can make a flyer with, as long as it has an identifier of who the listing company is. It doesn't even need to say who the listing agent is. It needs to just say who the listing company is.
Okay, so to be clear, there are 6 signs of Keller Williams open house signs that we can use for this?
No,
No.
I have
Okay.
3 and 4, and 2 of them are being used. So I can tell you who's got them, and she's had them for a while. You could call her up and see if you can get the other 2, but you shouldn't need 6 open house signs to do an open house. If you do, I would recommend you consider 2 actual open house signs and buy yourself 4 directional little arrow signs. They cost $3 or something each at Home Depot or, you know. And those are so much easier to deal with anyway. Keep in mind that when you put up your open house signs, to carry sandbags or something to weigh it down.
Okay, and we can't use any of her signage along with ours, is that right? Or we can?
Doesn't make any sense to the consumer. Put yourself in the consumer's shoes.
Right, it looks like you're following 2 different properties.
That's correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, she just for some reason said you'll need 6 signs.
So if you do 2,
And you can, like I said, call the person who has the other 2. She's had them for a while, and get them from her. I have 2 here, and then you can use the other 2. And that gives you 4. But I bet you if you clarify,
Yeah.
a couple of directional signs would probably do it.
Right.
so if you had the 2 open house signs, you'd put one like at the very beginning.
Kula Highway
entrance,
or-
Kula Highway, and the other one at the house.
That's correct,
Okay.
yeah. And if I needed if it's a one road and then a major turn, I might look for a 3rd sign.
Yeah.
And put then little turnoffs, I might just do little arrows.
Some of those signs are arrows down the drive.
Like that, right? Like to go here or do whatever.
You guys have one this week?
We do.
Yeah, so like I said, give her a call. She's had them for a while. You can definitely get the signs.